What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on the Lawn Lover channel. Happy that you're back again for another video. Spring is here, finally here in Indiana. We've planted flowers for my wife. We've planted stuff around the yard. The grass is popping. Today, I'm going to do a quick video on edging and a quick trick on how to get a perfect circle around a tree if you don't already know how to do that already. And we're going to add some river rock. So stay tuned. So as you can see, guys, I have this landscape bed here. Put this in a couple years ago. The grass is kind of overtaken the edges and it's not really symmetrical. So I went to the store, bought some river rock, and what I'm going to do is widen this out because the mower tracks are kind of going around the same circle every time over several years, trim wise, kind of getting a little rut in there. So I'm going to take out as little grass as possible and kind of build this up and put a nice edge in. Tools, I'm going to be using this edging tool. I'll link this below. Fantastic tool. I think I paid 30 bucks for this. Works fantastic. If you don't have one of those, just get a spade or a shovel with a flat edge that you can get down and put the edge in. But I will say that this does a very nice job of putting the edge in. So those two tools, string line, highly recommend if you're going to do edging, especially straight edging. This is how I'm going to get my perfect circle, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So what I'm going to do to get my perfect circle here is you just take your string line, unwind it, and loop your string back through the end, and then you got yourself a nice symmetrical shape around this tree. You just want to make sure you keep moving it. What I usually do is I figure out, give myself some slack. I figure out where I want my circle to be, go all the way around. Apologize for the wind, guys. It's kind of a windy day. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But then I'm going to loop this around like so, and then I'm just going to go around the tree and get the circle and edge this out. So now that I got the string affixed here, and as you can see, I just hang the extra up top so it doesn't get in the way. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start edging. So let's do it. The easiest way I found to take this stuff out is I just come in with a spade, or you can use your edging tool and just get started in one area. And once you get started, it goes pretty easy. Try to save the rest of your rocks, push them out of the way, and get this grass out of here so you can get this edge redefined. But yeah, getting it started is the worst part, but once you get it going, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get a bucket to put this stuff in, and we're going to go all the way around. So any roots I encounter here, so I can get a nice edge, let's have a little handsaw. So I'm going to come in here right about where I want my edge and just give that a cut. And then cut back here somewhere like so, and get rid of that root. That will allow me to get a nice edge, and then I got one back here too, and get that to where I can trim it and not throw the rocks everywhere, since I like the more natural edge instead of putting in it like a concrete edge or a stone edge or anything like that. Easy peasy. So then what I can do, guys, after you get the edge in, put a weed barrier down. Now, I'm not going to put down a real weed barrier. I have one under there. This is just a little spot. You can even use, if you're in a pinch, a little plastic bag or trash bag, just something to prevent the weeds. And honestly, this stuff is probably just about as good as, unless you're buying like the pro grade fabric, this stuff will do the trick on what you need it to do. But basically what I do is kind of just cover everything up that you want to cover up and work your way around. It's a little harder when it's windier out, but if you just kind of tag it down a little bit like this, work your way around, then you can dump the rocks in. So also what I'm doing here is I had some of these out back, some bigger rocks. So I basically set these around the edge. What's nice about this too is when you weed eat around it, rocks don't go flying everywhere. That's why I like the bigger river rock. And then I'll top it off with that. But I just go around like this. Gives you a nice edge to trim around, and also looks pretty nice. So we get all this weed barrier covered up. So as you can see, guys, I got the barrier down, got my rocks aligned, fill in the gaps with little rocks. But this gives you a nice natural edge. Just makes it look nicer. Then you can run that trimmer around that and not throw rocks everywhere. So I'm gonna just fill in the rest of the river rock and call it good. Final step after you finish everything off, rinse your river rock out. Now I just use 1.5 inch river rock here, but you want to give it a nice hose down because they say it's washed, but as you can see, it's pretty filthy. That's about all there is to it, guys. Again, apologize for the wind, but this is an easy way to get a nice edge around your trees or landscape areas. I went with the big rocks, like I said, so I can trim around it real nice without throwing rocks everywhere. Keep that grass out, keep the edge nice. And overall, it just upgrades the look of it big time, in my opinion. So if you like this content, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment below if you have questions or if you like this video, and I'll see you next time out in the lawn.